Hello again, and welcome. I have a notebook full of stone paper. It has been on my other works table and waiting its turn and winking at me periodically to let me know that it's really time for me to begin. So, today is the day. I purchased this on Amazon, and it's a very nice quality notebook cover, clear front and back, and a shiny sheet, and then the first page of stone paper, and it has the most wonderful feeling. This paper feels almost as though it's the very, very finest glove suede. Now, of course, I'm showing my age, that I would even know what very fine, thin suede gloves felt like, but I do remember. So this I'm going to, of course, back up with some of my Dollar Tree cutting mats, and at the back Hearthstone Terraskin stone sketch pad, 30 pages, 8-point rock paper, crafts, oil painting, acrylic, charcoal, ink, pen, pencil, ink, watercolor, etc. Characteristics: water resistant, tear resistance, acid free, no fibers, accurate cutting, crisp embossing, made in Canada. Here I go. Other things that I have gotten out to use today. Whoops, I believe I'm going to put a cover on this shiny side. There we go. Now, I have out some of my better acrylic brushes, and I've picked two. I don't know whether one uses brushes to paint with ink, but I'm about to find out. I found these alcohol inks at the right price so that I could experiment, because I didn't want to invest in alcohol ink if it wasn't going to suit my fancy. This is Brea Reese, and I want to say that I found these in Hobby Lobby. I have lake blue, purple, medium magenta, rose, cadmium yellow, and aside I have Kelly green and Mars black. I thought these will play well together. I got out a ceramic mixing dish, my pipette, two plastic straws, and a chopstick, a bottle of 91% isopropyl alcohol. After that, I have no thoughts other than to live and learn. So, maybe, I'm wondering if it's going to work like Yupo. I don't know. Okay, let's say a bit of yellow up there. Oops, I think this is going to have to be eliminated for the time being. And let's see what we can make happen here. pretty. And I'm wondering what one drop of alcohol might do if I put it just down here in this spot. Alrighty. It's doing exactly what one would expect from alcohol. I think I'm going to put some in the center of this dish. So it has pushed some color aside. And let's see, I'm wondering how long this is going to take to dry. But, okay. Let's have a little rose now. And let's see if I put them close to each other, what is going to happen here. I'm going to keep my alcohol closed until I use it. And let's try the larger straw. And my Princeton Select number 8 round with a little bit of alcohol on it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it runs and pools with that nice dark shape. Alrighty. Another lesson. I think I'm going to try the magenta up here and then purple down here. I don't want to put purple near this yellow because I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen. Oops, I squeezed while let's have now if I can, let's see if I can make them run, or are they just going to have a life of their own there? I'm thinking they are. I'm wondering if I can't move some of these down a little bit. And is that color still wet enough to move? Let's see. No. All I'm succeeding in doing is drying it. Alrighty. Now, I just want to try, oops, live and learn. Fill the cap, Carol. Okay, let's have a little bit of purple right there. go. And let's see what happens now. If I treat this like any other wet media. Wonder what happens if I add a little bit of straight alcohol. And maybe some up here, and will it move the way watercolor does? I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe not. I'm thinking a little bit of a bud up here maybe would be nice to have. Maybe another one here. And one down here, one down here. And I'm wondering if a little bit of rose added here now, if I can put color on top of color. Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Not enough there. Well, let's have a look now. I'm wondering work's a treat. And I'm thinking that maybe my suggested leaves are going to be blue rather than green, because I really don't want to turn anything brown at this time. Clean that brush a bit, and that looks good. Let's see what happens now. Let me just suggest some areas of color here and there. Well, looks like I'm going to make some green here. How nice. How very, very nice. Maybe this, sorry, brush in my mouth. This alcohol ink certainly evaporates rather quickly. Maybe the lights that are right on top of it here might be contributing to that. So I guess I've learned not to dilly-dally. Maybe we'll have just nope. I think I'm going to call that my learning experience. Yes, I am. See if I can't clean some more of that paint out of the brush. I wonder what happens with that. I wonder what happens with this lightly colored. With that lightly colored water. Sorry, alcohol. Oh. Look what happens with it. Alrighty now. My. And I wonder what happens here. Nothing to equal a good game of what if when doing art. What if? What if? Again. And again. Let's see this turn green now. Let's just see this turn green. Oh, wow, 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 what a beautiful green. Well, that's the highlight of the piece so far. So, what have I learned? This is going to take quite a lot of getting used to, but it might be great fun. Well, I am going to clean up now and let whatever is left on here evaporate and get rid of this. Everything is closed, yes. Fumes out of the studio. I will return. I'm using my Pilot G2 because if this doesn't go over the ink on this stone paper, nothing will, because I'm really convinced that I can go outside and write on my patio with this pen. And occasionally I clear off the tip, and I don't particularly have any plan in mind right now. I'm just seeing if I can't delineate some of the areas that I have developed, or that the alcohol ink has developed on its own. And it seems to be cooperating nicely. The feel of the pen rolling over the paper here almost feels as though it's rolling on something soft. It's a different feel. All right, the larger things. Now let us see. Let me go down to a micro, Uniball Signo, and see what happens here. Just do these lighter ones first. See where we are. This is completely new to me, and at this point I'm not 100% sure that I'm completely tickled, but I might just be having to get into my live and learn mode. There are things that I would not eat when I was younger, and now in my later years I realized that I had cut my nose off to spite my face on that issue, so maybe this is the same situation. Over here and over here. And down here. Alrighty. Just some outlining, more than I might want to do, but the paper, the feel of the paper is absolutely satin smooth, even with the inks on there. Let's see what I can make a little doodle magic here, maybe. I don't know. Darken up a few of these curved points. And maybe do more on the outline of this and then do something in the flower center. Interesting the way the paper seems to shine under this ink from this pen. It is gel, so maybe it's happy. Do you notice how that looks? Well, it feels that way too when you put it down on this paper. You can literally feel that grid and the right angles of the lines going up over. It's quite something. Okay, let's try. So, this has been so much of a learning curve. And as I said, the jury is still out as far as I'm concerned. I would like to read your comments carefully. I hope that you will share your reaction. To this learning. Let's put some light growth marks on here. Not too much or too many. Okay. And here. And here. I shall have to have a little water. I don't know why that I want to do something different here because of these shapes, I imagine. So I'm going to. I'm just going to. And I don't know why. Very short on this one. didn't think this was going to be my favorite flower, but I think that it is. Now a little bit more on the points of these, and the curve here. Because that's just what I seem to do. Let's see what happens. With just this pilot. It's quite trying to make up its mind. This pen is trying to make up its mind whether it's happy. I think I might be warming up. I like what happens with the pen. The hesitation marks are wonderful. I think just one. Let's not. Well, this has gone from partly cloudy to kind of fair, and it's interesting the effect that the pens have on this. It has been something. But as I said, I don't want to cut my nose off. So I do hope that you have enjoyed sharing this experience. Because I shall be trying all of those options that were mentioned on the back cover. Bye now.